Hello everyone, this is Devamitra from PCS Computer Solutions Global Private Limited. Hope you guys are doing well, right? So guys, in my previous sessions, I've talked about so many things. I've tried to provide you the best knowledge about life, about career, how you can write down one professional resume, what are the things you need to do in an HR interview, how you can prove yourself in an organization. So I've tried to provide you the best knowledge about life, about career. So right now I am trying to provide you the knowledge about AI, about machine learning, about deep learning. So in my today's session, I'm going to discuss about what are the differences between machine learning and deep learning. So guys, let's get started. So first, we need to know what is called machine learning. Machine learning and deep learning are the two main viewpoints within the data science field and subsections of wider area of artificial intelligence. Newcomers to machine learning often interchange the notion with deep learning and AI, believing that they are the same. Although they are related, these three terms have distinctive meanings. Artificial intelligence, deep learning, and machine learning are popular terms in enterprise IT and are occasionally deemed the interchangeable, particularly so when enterprises market their digital products. The terms, however, are not substitutable and they all have important distinctions. So what is called artificial intelligence refers to the digital cloning of human intelligence using computerized devices. Its definition is the continually evolving in concert with new technologies. So as advanced simulation techniques evolve to simulate improved human thinking, so do the capabilities and the limitations of AI are re-evaluated. So the diagrammatically how DL, ML and AI can be viewed. And these maturing simulation techniques comprise machine learning. It is important to note that deep learning is a subdivision of machine learning, and our neural network and deep learning overlap widely. There are a few deep learning techniques not using neural networks, and small neural networks do not qualify for deep learning. So what is exactly is machine learning? Machine learning is broadly defined as the ability of a computerized machine algorithm to emulate intelligent human behavior by learning that data. Artificial intelligence systems have the same goal, but how they can achieve it is not specified. We all came across a wide variety of machine learning applications in our daily life, such as interacting with chatbots, using language translation, web applications, and comprehensive the moves that streaming operators have suggested that we watch. ML even governs the presentation of our social media feed. Machine learning powers autonomous guided vehicles and drive those complex machines that can diagnose medical conditions based on X-ray and the imagery. The primary goal of AI is to design and develop computer models that demonstrate intelligent human-like behaviors. This goal implies that machine learning will be able to recognize any visual setting, comprehend it, and text written using a natural language format, or perform a coherent activity within our physical world. In the 1950s, AI, the frontier person, Arthur Samuel, defined machine learning as the field of study that allows computers to grasp concepts without explicitly being directed to or programmed. So machine learning comprises four subcategories. The first one is supervised machine learning. Models are trained using the labeled datasets. For example, an ML algorithm would be conditioned using pictures of cats and other items labeled by humans, and the learning procedure would train models to identify pictures of cats by themselves. Supervised ML modeling is the most common type of ML used today. So unsupervised machine learning. The next one is unsupervised machine learning. Modeling is where a program examines multiple patterns of unlabeled data. Unsupervised ML models will find patterns or trends that people are not unequivocally searching for. Example, an unsupervised ML program can search through gigabytes of online sales data and determine those diverse client types who are making specific the purchases. The reinforcement machine learning modeling will train or teach machines through trial and error mode. The goal is to abide by the most appropriate course of action to maximize and establish reward evaluation. For example, reinforcement learning can train ML models to teach self-guided autonomous vehicles how to drive by conveying to machine when it has made the correct decisions. Those correct decisions will dictate the driving course of action to abide by over time. The next one is semi-supervised machine learning. Algorithms comprise models trained using a small amount of the labeled data and a large amount of unlabeled data. After being trained or prepared using labeled data, a semi-supervised ML model will have the ability to label the remainder of the larger data set and use the newly labeled data to train better models such as ML algorithms are applied for specific tasks such as web content classification and speech analysis. Examples of the type of ML algorithms used are as follows. That is the naive voice based decision tree algorithm, random forest, KNN algorithm, K means clustering, a priori algorithm, the gradient boosted tree. So what is exactly deep learning? Deep learning networks are classified as neural networks with simple layers. This layered network is generally trained on vast amounts of data to obtain each neuron link within the network. For example, in a computer vision recognition system, some layers of the neural network will witness individual features of a face, such as eyes, mouth, or nose, while other network layers will be tasked with combining those previous layered features to determine if a face appears in a typical fashion. So, deep learning is modeled on how the human brain functions, and it powers numerous machine learning models such as autonomous vehicles and the medical diagnosis. The more layers of DL model has, the greater it is its potential to successfully perform complex tasks. So, neural networks are a specific class of machine learning algorithms. In an artificial neural network, cells are interconnected and they process inputs and generate outputs, which are then sent to other cells within the network. Input data moves through the cells, with each cell performing a distinct function. Deep learning demands a tremendous amount of computing power to train from large datasets, and the high costs associated with the required computing power tend to limit this big training procedures to big companies. However, recent advances and the transfer learning now make industrial projects trackable by requiring only a few examples or provide reasonable performance. Transfer learning consists in taking models that have already been trained on large datasets based models and then fine-tuning them on smaller datasets to obtain the acceptable results at the fraction of the base model training cost. So common examples of DL's applications are as follows. The driverless auto-guided vehicles, smart chatbots, virtual digital assistants such as Alexa, Siri, and the Cortana, digital facial recognition, large translation software, aerospace, and defense. Examples of type of DL algorithms used are as follows. That is the recurrent neural network, the convolutional neural network, long short-term memory network, deep short-term memory network, deep Boltzmann machine, deep belief network, and stacked auto encoders. So the main difference between machine learning and deep learning are like that. While deep learning is the subset of machine learning, there are stark differences between the two AI algorithmic learning approaches. Algorithmic processing time, as one might expect due to the large datasets that a deep learning models requires, and the numerous hyperparameters and the complicated mathematical formulas applied. A deep learning system needs time to train sufficiently. As a result, deep learning models can take weeks to finish successfully. In contrast, machine learning model processing takes the considerably less time, from seconds to hours to complete. Performance and growth. The computation compatibilities, graphical processing units have GPUs has permitted the training of large neural networks, which has yielded successful challenging project outcomes. In contrast, other formats of ML have reached performance plateaus. So algorithmic approach, machine learning algorithms tend to first include input data into places, and then those components are serially merged to produce a desired result of solution. Alternatively, deep learning system the scrutinize an entire situation and scenario in on whole action. Or for example, suppose a data scientist wanted to create a learning model to identify individual objects within digital images, such as car license plates in a parking lot. If machine learning was to be employed, then there are two key processes required to us complete this task, that is the object detection and the object recognition. If the data scientist wanted to employ a deep learning model to solve the same task, they would need the input images and the proper model training after processing. The DL model would return both the identified objects and the location with the image, all in one discrete activity. So application uses. Vanilla machine learning and deep learning systems are used for different applications given the differences mentioned above. That is the vanilla machine learning applications comprise predictive like programs, for example, forecasting price risk or drops within the stock market, predicting adverse weather patterns such as when and where a hurricane might strike, identifying spam from regular email, and evidence-based treatment plans for seriously ill patients. One highly publicized application of a deep learning model is self-guided or self-driving cars. These models and programs use multiple neural layers and networks to determine objects to avoid, how to recognize and obey traffic lights, and when to slow down or speed up. So the following thing, I have tried to provide you the basic knowledge about the differences of deep learning and machine learning. Okay, in my another session, I am going to talk about more. So in conclusion, we can state that deep learning is machine learning, but the significant additional compatibilities utilizing a distinct operational approach, choosing either ML or DL to unravel a particular data model. Challenge depends on the complexity of the issue at hand and the amount of quality of data available. So recently, artificial intelligence has successfully integrated into our daily life. For example, these technologies can successfully recommend shows, movies, and books. They also suggest the nutritional meals and customize our end users' social networks. In a nutshell, they can predict and influence consumer behavior. These abilities will change almost every sector that we know and live within. Simultaneously, individuals will look to utilize AI to supply fresh entertainment and experiences such as the metaverse. So guys, this is for now. I have tried to provide you the knowledge about the difference between machine learning and deep learning. In my another session, I'm going to talk about another technologies. So in PCS Global, we are providing the training in Java DevOps. We are providing training in Salesforce, in Python, data science, machine learning, AI, data analytics. So if you wanted to be a part of this organization, kindly communicate with us in PCS Global. Our EILP process is going on. That is our employee initiation learning program. If you wanted to join this process, kindly communicate with us and get the best from our side. PCS Global is the only place where you can start your career, because we are providing you this lifetime opportunity, and more than 400 plus people has already joined and they are working with PCS Global. And right now, there are our employee count is 4,500 plus. So if you are thinking about joining PCS Global, this is the right time to take the initiative. Kindly join and get the best from our side. So this is for now guys. Bye for now. Kindly subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon and do comment below if you find my videos are helpful.